Let me know if I'm audible to you, audio, video, if everything is clear, let me know. Okay, audio, video, okay. Now this is just a 15 minutes time frame chart of BTC. On this chart, you can see I've drawn a trend line here because this trend line is acting as a resistance zone. Market gave a breakout failed, and then market corrected. In price action, there is a pattern. In that pattern, what usually happens is market will be in a downtrend. Okay, it gives a breakout, and in breakout, whoever enters, market might tend to remove them. Later, when it gives a breakout, then the trend of the market might continue. Okay, so the probability of the setup working is really high. In this case, what has happened? It has given a breakout. It came for a retest, but retest has been even lower. It did not again break the high. That's why our entry did not get triggered. In the group I had discussed here about this pattern, saying that waited for breakout retest, but retest did not happen. So we just left the trade as it is. We did not go for any bullish trade. Okay. So on a 15 minutes time frame, you can also see what previously market gave a breakout, retested, and then gave a correction. Here also there is a correction zone. This entire zone is continuously market has been falling, right? After this fall, in case there is any upside move continuation, then we'll be looking at bullish trade. Of course, we'll be looking at other markets also. Based on that, if the sentiment is also bullish, then we will plan for any bullish entry. Okay. In Ethereum, you can see market is forming similar kind of setup. There's also a 15 minutes time frame chart. Resistance market is trading within a below a range, right? You can consider this also as resistance. So market is trading within below this range, and here we have the next supporting zone. And previously you can see the zone was acting as resistance. Once this level was broken, now this level acts as support. So market, yet we have to get some data. We need to get some clarity about the direction of the market, where S&P 500, Nasdaq is trying to move. All this information we will try to gather. Based on that, any interesting setup, we will try to plan our entry. Okay. SNK, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Lakshmi Reddy sir, welcome. Those of you watching the live stream, support the channel by liking the video. It motivates me also to stay in live for longer duration. Okay. What about other index? Ethereum marked the zone and kept. It has given a trend line breakdown, correcting, retest. Any upside opportunity we get, we might have to try in that. That is the first setup. Market is kind of bearish only here. It's given a breakdown going below the zone. It might give a bigger breakdown also, or it might just be a liquidity creation, but liquidity creation, little more bigger candle has to form. That we will see. We'll go for 3 minutes time frame. We'll look into other index as well. Gold. Gold as of now, it is in indecision zone. Okay, we consider this as indecision zone. As long as gold is staying within this zone, better to not look for any opportunity. Okay, this might be just a liquidity grab towards the upside. After that, it is correcting. Now I'm not saying from here market will correct. It is still in decision zone. Okay, I hope you're getting clarity about this. So it might give a breakout also, it might move down. So as long as there's no clarity, we'll not be planning for any entry there. And oil around 67. This zone is the next resistance area for oil. As of now, it is just in a no trading zone. Okay, so that is one thing. But yesterday it had given a nice movement. So now taking a breather is not at all a problem. Market is doing that, so that's fine. BTC breakdown continuation. Setup is looking sell on rise as per this I'm saying, right? Lower high, lower low formation market is doing, it's given a breakdown. How much we need to trust this breakdown is the question. On 200 to 50 points. Now if I go to 30 minutes time frame, market has broken a strong supporting zone where it was holding, so movement is a bit strong, that's why. So what we can consider is market, as long as it is staying below this line, right, this trend line what you see, as long as it is staying below this zone, sell on rise situation we can see. But as per price action, like I already said, market which is falling, it has to give a breakout, retest, show continuation, then we can focus on the bullish side. Okay, since it's staying below this zone, maybe sell on rise situation is what we can look into. Let's wait for some time, try to understand the market sentiment a bit better, and then we can plan our entry. What is your view about the market, traders? Let me know in the comment section. You can see this breakdown has attracted some people from your market is recovering. Later point of day, let it go below the zone, then we will see. All right. Good evening, bullish. Sorry for the gaps. That's okay. Good evening, Paul sir, Srinivas sir, Vargish, Joshua, SNK, Satish, Rajesh, Unsettling Truth. Hi. So welcome everyone to the live stream. Hopefully we get any good trading opportunity today. Good day. Yeah, good day, sir. Loganathan sir. Good evening. Welcome to the live stream. We'll mark the zone and keep. This was the zone. If market sustains below the zone, then we'll be looking for any bearish trade. Okay. S&P, Nasdaq. Yesterday, if you remember, I discussed about this supply zone. All right, from the supply zone, market was continuously falling. From demand zone, it moved up. Next day, what happened? That data we don't have. So today also we will mark important support and resistance level, and then we'll try to analyze where we have opportunity. Understanding US market is a bit required at this point of time. Ethereum chart, if you guys see, it is trying to get ready for a breakout. Where's the zone? We'll mark the zone and keep. Let's say Ethereum gave a breakout here, corrected, and then if it's continuing towards the upside, then maybe we can focus on bullish. Not right now. Okay. Nagesh sir, good evening. Jagan, good evening sir. You guys are seeing the live stream in portrait mode. If you want to come to landscape mode, one more live stream is going on. You can join that. I'll share the link in the portrait live stream. You guys can come join there. Ethereum trying to hold strong. That's okay. Dow Jones, S&P 500. All this is slightly bearish. Just for the sake of this one, this was the previous high. We'll mark the zone and keep, okay, in the market. Let's see how market behaves near this zone. All right. Is it respecting the zone, or is it going to correct from the zone? That we will wait and see. 6,500, 400 points is nothing. Is what is happening with Ethereum? S&P 500 demand. Without reaching the support only, it is moving towards the upside. This is the previous supporting zone. Without reaching that level only, if market is moving, how do we trust that upside move? Dow Jones. Nasdaq also is in the pressure zone. 3. Oh. We'll see how market behaves there. Okay, we'll wait for that. Gold is kind of recovering this zone. Like I said, if I was there in the trade, I wouldn't have entered here bullish, or looking at this move, I wouldn't have taken any bearish trade, because for me, price action or any kind of setup is not happening at the zone. Maybe market is holding near 618. That is the only thing. Apart from that, other reasons also has to be there. That is not the only point of way how we look at the market. What happened to your Indian market trade today, guys? Market was continuously bearish. How many people captured the momentum towards the downside? What kind of opportunity you found? Kind of 400 points. US market is kind of... I'm just looking at this. Okay. Or if we get an opportunity somewhere at this zone, this would be a nice setup. Trendline has been continuously acting as resistance. Previously we could see some correction in the market at the zone. Here randomly anyone who entered bearish trade at the breakdown, they could have been trapped. After hunting the stop loss, if the seller is strong, he might have to push the market even lower. Okay, that is the logic I have right now. Based on that, if there is any other index giving confirmation, Ethereum coming to this resistance zone, here let's say it corrects, later gives a breakout, then we can look for buy on dip situation. Okay, nothing interesting right now. It's kind of trying to give a breakout. It is really tempting, yes, to look for a bullish trade after the market converting to false, this one. But how much far can the market go? If it has to go also, first it has to prove that the sellers who are here, they are weak. Let's say it gave a breakout here, it corrected, then it is showing bullishness, means buy on dip I can decide, or else where to decide buy on dip. What, around 63% of the people are bearish about the market. Morning Nifty gave good opportunity. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Good evening, sir. I am Saravanan from Pollachi. Good evening, Saravanan, sir. Welcome to the live stream. It's not breaking the upper level or lower level. It is just in between. So we will wait. Let market decide where it wants to move next. Based on that, we will look for any opportunity. Gold, continuously it's moving. Gold as of now, let me see in case. If I look at higher time frame data and things like that also, I'm not seeing any sign of gold continuously moving towards the upside. As of now, only like this breakout, people can get trapped again, breakout like this, market can slowly start moving. That is what I feel. First of all, market has to go below this zone. Later when it goes below this zone, we'll draw a trend line, and then here any continuation means we'll be looking for opportunity towards the downside. Until then, it's fine. We'll avoid. Dow Jones is kind of holding. S&P 500 is trying to go clear the previous, the gap down what it has opened. It's trying to clear that. Nasdaq, nothing as of now. Let's see the global market sentiment. Everything is getting slightly still it's at the same level. Trend line 500 points is too much for this. One opportunity I want to try towards the downside. Let me see the zone resistance, trend line, market staying below this trend line. Maybe if it moves up from the zone, maybe I can look at a buy on dip situation. Until the seller is not giving up, then my view is kind of bearish itself. So I've taken the entry, I've placed the stop loss. Market is between this upper zone and lower zone. Who wants to not take any trade, avoid taking any trade, you can do that. Wait for some more time. For me, the setup is okay. I'm okay to take that risk. Once that, in case that setup fails, only then I'll be focusing on the bullish trade. Okay. So this is the setup which I have taken. Entry at the current level, stop loss around 350 points, target around 800 points. Dow Jones. What if market hits the stop loss, later recover? That's not how, at that point of time, nothing can be done, because what is the risk we can take? 300, 350 points, how much of a quantity we are trading? 300, 350 points is a decent stop loss. More than that, if I have to give 500, 600 points, doesn't make sense. If it breaks this level, converts to wick, and again if it falls, means patiently I will wait for the next setup. Okay, if that setup is giving me confidence, the next setup I will enter. If not, I will close. Gold, like I said, it's dipping. It has given a breakout and all those things and all, but for me, focus is not on gold. I mean to say, indecision in gold. Not that I'm looking for bearish or bullish trade, it is indecision. And for oil, I have given this zone, right? This is the next upper pressure zone. It has come out of a range. You can see what is the upper pressure zone. Market can move up to this zone. That possibility is there. Have a look if you're interested. It's happening. Hello, good evening. Do you think my Nifty 250 points down might have been due to air crash? I don't think so. Air crash has nothing to do with Nifty correcting. You see, where sellers were sitting in the market was at 25,200 zone. Okay, market had continuously moved towards the upside. My expectation was like yesterday, I don't expect market to make a bigger move, break the previous day high and all those things. Before that only, Nifty from the selling pressure zone, it has to correct. Bank Nifty had given this the selling pressure zone. From here, when Bank Nifty started to show bearishness, my expectation was up to this zone market will go. Later point of day, I expected market to reverse a bit, not break even this high. But from the upper level, I expected correction. Yes, there is one more setup which I discussed. Stop loss here, target here. That setup was done, but some people might have not entered because of the update was a bit late, because I had to record a video with all the logic I had to share. So I had mentioned that my view was that market will move towards the upside, later correct. During first half it will move up, later it will correct. So I expected little upside, later corrected. Since it gave a breakdown that time, already I made decent profit here. So I did not want to take one more trade, and I didn't want it to force myself, right? So there I avoided taking any fresh trades in the market. Air crash and all those things, I don't think has to do nothing with the market. As of now, it is staying below this trend line. That's fine, but still nothing for sure. This area has been tested once, market failed, second time corrected, fine again. How many times, if people keep seeing this, this area becomes weak. So if it breaks, then upper level can go. I'm just confident about this seller. As long as this seller doesn't give up, then my view is bearish. Market can continue the downside move. If it goes up to this zone, at least I would have trailed my stop loss to this area. So cost to cost, from there, if the continuation happens, I'll be able to capture the target. That's it. Slightly showing some bullishness. Ethereum breakout failure. Again, it is holding on to the upper level. Nasdaq low a bit. Let's come to the day's support. It holds on to that range and continue, maybe. Cost. All right, that's set up what it is. Still, sellers have not given up. Market moves up from here. If it corrects, fine, or else I'll take the stop loss and close the trade. 1,07,430, 435 is the stop loss zone. Okay. Ethereum chart. This was the resistance. Market has corrected. Now if it shows continuation, maybe you can try. Next, these levels will be the upside level target. Stop loss is small, target can be big, but you need to wait for a breakout confirmation. Okay. As of now, there's no breakout. I'll turn off the screen for 2 minutes. Market as of now is at cost to cost itself. No big momentum towards the upside or downside. I expect this area to be a selling pressure zone as long as this upper level breaks. So situation I'm looking at is on sell on rise. Those of you who's watching the live stream, if you have not yet liked the video, subscribe to the channel, please do that. Do I get anxious? No. Why? Market is still flat, it is neutral. Adrian, so why did you ask that? Because I off the screen. I off the screen for a different reason. I don't want people to follow my bad habits. It's not broken. Let it break later, maybe you can consider. Because you get anxious, so wanted to know if it happens with you as always. I don't get anxious. Maximum what the stop loss only, right? No, the main reason I turn off the screen is because video capture is because I have a bad habit. I don't want to disclose that. That's it. That is the honest truth. This market is holding on to long traders. I told crude oil can come up to this zone, so it has come up to this zone. So if you have taken crude oil trade, then be careful. Here anything can happen. Gold, like I said, I would not enter bullish trade here looking at this breakout because it's still under indecision zone. Okay, so that's about gold. Nasdaq, though, it is just, it went down, took support, again it's holding on. People might think it will cover the gap. This area is also indecision. Dow Jones, bearish candle, it is strong. It's okay. This demand zone and all is not valid today. Yesterday I gave this demand zone. Okay. Yesterday's demand and supply zone worked perfectly. This trade, what it happens, let it happen. I'll go back, look at other index, any other interesting setup if I want to share with you. Based on that, I will do that. Okay, stay tuned. Ethereum, I would suggest you guys to mark the zone 2,700 to 715. The zone you please mark. In case market comes to this zone, gives a breakdown from here, reversal also is possible. Okay, so that's about it. This one though, it's just consolidating within a range without giving any movement. All the index which I'm looking at is not at any interesting level where I can, plan for an entry. BTC also, the logic for this trade is, see, this is a bullish price action pattern. Okay. Usually what happens, market gives a breakout. I'll show here. It gives a breakout, a retest, but the buyers who are at the bottom, they will be strong. Okay. So if they are strong, they will continue to push the market towards the upside after the pullback. Here, let's say, for instance, we consider this as breakout. It gave a pullback, but the sellers were bit active. Yeah, they pushed the market even lower, right? So in that case, until this seller is proven that they are wrong, the buyers are strength we cannot judge. At least to a certain extent we can judge, okay, this here selling pressure started after this recent breakout whatsoever, market corrected. Here on top, liquidity, if it is there, it can be there, no doubt, liquidity might be there, but for that first market has to break this upper level, right? It has to break this upper level, correct, and then it has to show continuation. If that happens, my stop loss will get hit. Without thinking too much, I will exit. Until the seller is proved that he is weak, I'll just stick to this trade. I hope you guys have got some clarity about why I'm looking at bearish at this point of time. Later view can change if market goes above the support, sorry, this resistance area. No, not about the camera. It's just when I'm in trade, I get anxious. Sometimes that's okay. Everyone gets anxious. Hi, please let us know about natural gas. Natural gas and all, I don't even trade. I don't even look at it. You guys really trade in everything, is it? Stick to 3-4 things, traders. That's more than sufficient for you. You guys, at a time, you guys, trade in a lot of instruments. Breakout. It has come above the trend line. We'll see how it reacts at this zone. This is the seller. This is the final area where they have to prove they are strong. In case it doesn't prove, if the market moves up, then the seller has given up. That is what it is. Any change in other markets? Nothing that I am aware of. Only gold is slightly correcting. Ethereum still at resistance. S&P 500, no big change. Dow Jones is everything, no change. Only BTC has given a breakout. Nasdaq is showing some pressure, breaking the day's opening level. Still everything is kind of negative. Other index and all, nothing, traders. No other. If there is any interesting setup, definitely I would have spoken about it. As of now, this BTC is the only setup. Oil is kind of giving a breakout. Okay. See this resistance zone, it has given a breakout. It has to sustain. Okay. Please wait and see if it sustains that upper level. T7 67.775. Okay. See if first market sustains this level. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. If oil sustains this level, then you guys see. Else, nowhere else we are getting any interesting setup. Ethereum also is just holding on to this range itself. So there also nothing interesting. Slightly boring market it has become today. At least one or two interesting index when we get opportunity, that would be nice for us to discuss about. Bro, how much leverage do you use? I've just kept 50x. So if I want around 300 400 quantity also, if I want, I can execute. Not that I don't have the capital. When I come live with you guys, we have to, be a bit careful about how much we, people will take it as a reference, whatever I say. So many people who follow this channel. So I have to be a bit careful about showing them leverage has to be taken small. Initial 3 to 6 months, this one what you take, that has to be small. All those things and all matters. I don't know how much capital do you use in this. You just see here, sir. If I want to take a trade for this particular trade, you can go here. Okay, you can go for calculator there. If you just put this one, all the details you will get it here itself. What is the capital requirement, all those things. All right. So if I just choose here also 100 quantity, it says around $214. Let's say it's approximately 20,000 rupees for us to execute. If I want to execute 300, around $600, close to 50,000, 60,000. You just go here, choose the lot, and then let's say you want to trade with 50. So you just, with 10,000 rupees, you can execute the order. But how much of a fund required they ask, please ensure you have at least double the capital, okay, in your trading account. So here they're saying 107. So at least make sure you have around $250 with you. Hi bro, if you have taken 50x, how much profit and loss with charges for 200, 300 points? See, it is not about 50x, 200x, it doesn't matter. It is about how much this one you're taking. Lots, okay? If you're taking, let's say 100 quantity, if market moves up by 100 points, you will make $10. If it moves up by 300 points, you will make $30. In this, I've kept risk of, let's say, here 350, all right, 350 points. You go here for this trade around $44, close to $40 is this one. Maybe because you see my entry got triggered here, right? My entry got triggered here. Based on that, it is 430 points. So for 430 points for 100 quantity, your risk will be $44, equal, right? 10%. So for every 100 points move, you consider that you are risking approximately $10. So here I'm risking around 430 points. That means $43, $44 will be this one. Ethereum, has it given a breakout? Anything as such? Ethereum, it has given a breakout. Not convincing for me, traders. Anyone who wants to enter also with small stop loss here, they can enter. But this recent level, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, seems like a bullish pattern itself. It's not giving so much conviction though. So wait for some more time is my suggestion. Let the market go above this zone. Then if you place your stop loss here, then you can look at buy on dip. This consolidation breakout, to a certain extent, everyone will expect they would have entered. This setup though is just gone sideways. So to simplify Ethereum, as of now, I would not discuss about any bullish trade at this point of time. This price action, here already it should have given breakout and it should have continued. Slowly only it's moving, giving breakout. It is attracting people, means quick movement has not yet come. So that might just, if market is giving opportunity for people to enter, right, then it is a problem itself. Strategy which back tested for 3 months with 9 success rate. I entered Bitcoin with 12k. I reached 20% leverage success in my first minute trade with 450 points each. Okay, Tarun sir, good, happy for you. Buy mine. And with my next 3 trades, I chose 50x leverage. This time I go back to the back losses. Now I am having 6.4k. This was the final zone where I expected market to, correct. It's not corrected here. So for me now, this setup has become a bit of trouble. Usually if it breaks off this zone also, then chances of market touching this zone becomes very high. So anyways, I'll stick to my stop loss target rules. The setup, the market has gone above this zone, right? Then the probability of the setup has become very, very low. Here again, if it faces resistance also, then chances of survival is a bit low itself. It might tend to break this zone. Here, it was a good decision that we did not plan for any bearish trade at this breakdown. Here, I was a bit skeptical about the seller. Now that the seller is slowly giving up, then chances of correction, we have to see. Done traders, this setup. The setup done. I've taken the stop loss. I'll wait for one last setup. If it is available, I'll look into it. What's happening with Ethereum? Ethereum has given a breakout. This one candle we will see, okay? This one candle. If market shows continuation, then we will, around 13-14 seconds is there. If you guys are interested, you can look into it. The zone market has broken all these levels. The seller, they have proved he is weak. If that is liquidity grab, then see, traders, 2 things I'll be doing now. Okay, you don't have to trade if you don't want to. Let me see. Let me get a confirmation. I'm thinking if market doesn't sustain this, right? If it doesn't give a closing, then I'll be going for one more bearish trade. If it gives closing, that's a different story. But if it doesn't give closing, then I'll be going for bearish trade. Who's not interested, you don't have to enter, okay? Short trade. Seems like a decent risk reward for the trade. Okay. I place the order. Who doesn't want to enter, you can completely avoid. I'm telling you now itself. I've taken because I have a different calculation. So based on that, if market is weak, it has to correct. So this is the trade which I have taken right now. Okay, this might be my last trade for the day. In case market is saying your view is wrong today, your stop loss hunting today concept is not working, I want to move towards the upside, then I'll give up, right? So quickly it's reversing. And the liquidity is gone. How much more continuation market can do? All right, we will look into this, no problem. Bro, trading going to continue apart from, I have to. Who will disclose their financial situation, traders? I don't know. I'm still old school. I don't want to disclose my financial situation on the internet. Holding Ethereum, this candle, it is showing continuation. Ethereum, if it gives a closing above this, then maybe you guys can try. Okay, if it gives a closing above this, only then you can try. Okay, as of now I would not suggest to take any trade in Ethereum as well. Okay, Shukman sir, I don't prefer, I'm not comfortable to reveal the financial situation and all on the internet. Okay. Holding. Bro, have you ever traded in Nifty Bank Nifty? This is today's trade. All right. Market is still sideways, no setup. Ethereum, like I said, only if it breaks the upper level, then you look for bullish trade, not right now. As of now, market has come to cost. Let me quickly see what other US market index is doing. S&P 500 is coming to the upside resistance. That's okay. Dow Jones, indecision. Nasdaq, indecision. Dow Jones, they're pulling it up. but I don't think it will sustain. Ethereum, like I said, no bullish trade as of now. Gold, nothing. And this one, oil. Oil, it's staying below the zone, so avoid any bearish trade. Here I had said at the upper level we can look into it. I had spoken about this zone. Now I have revised the zone as this, where as long as market is staying below the zone, better to avoid. If it gives a breakout and continuation above 2790, sorry 6790, then only maybe we can consider any bullish setup, or else nothing interesting. So what is this market ready to form? Is it ready to form a flag pattern? Is the pull, there's the flag, consolidation. Other index, nothing is interesting at all. Quickly the spike had to come here. It's sustaining here. That is the problem. S&P 500 almost coming to an area where, see, crude, don't look for bullish trade. Okay, S&P 500, please consider this zone as the resistance. Okay, in the future only if market survives above the zone, we can consider bullish trade. Until then, no bullish trade. Try to keep view a bit neutral to bearish. I need to see how BTC reacts since little above. Okay, yeah, since S&P 500 is coming to the resistance, I want to see how BTC also reacts near that zone. Bro, I short both sides of the market. I think BTC formed W pattern. Where you're saying, sir, at this zone. This zone, it is just sideways. Nothing interesting. At the bottom, yes, it formed a W pattern. W pattern breakout it has given. Market though holding on to the upper range for too long. That is the case. Both the side movement is possible. What is happening with Ethereum? Ethereum staying below the zone, so no bearish trade. Sorry, no bullish trade. Entry was only above the zone. Okay. BTC, Ethereum is falling. Why BTC they are holding? To grab some 330k. That's why I shorted both the side of the market. As long as you're shorted at the very upper level and lower level, not just within a range of 500 points, I'm fine. At least you need here 1200 to 1500 points range. You have to identify, let's say, at least up to this area and the support. If you're shorted when market was here, that is fine. Trade still S&P 500 has not come. This though is showing continuation traders. I'll wait for the stop loss. Okay, S&P 500 reached the resistance. Oil staying below the zone. Gold anyways in decision area. Nasdaq it has given a breakout. It's formed here. Breakout, retest, breakout. There in Delta when I saw, I could not see that. Final zone. S&P 500 also has reached the resistance. Let it, if the candle closing happens little below itself. The market is moving nowhere. Only thing is it has reached the resistance. So from here, if S&P 500 sees some correction, what would happen is it would influence even BTC. That's my understanding. S&P 500 and Nasdaq, both of these two things has impact on this one. That is what I have observed. Till it is holding on to this level only. Shukman sir, I have no comment on that. In the future, what I'm planning to do is, in case this setup fails, later I'll be looking at buy on dips. Now the logic why I have taken this trade is, okay, market gave a breakout here, right? The seller, it was proved wrong. But since market has rallied so much, looking at the breakout, people would have entered, right? So at this breakout, people might, here in between, no one will think about entering. Some people would have entered and things like that. But usually where retail traders will think about entering is at the breakout level. If that is the case, the seller has given up, means one, if market wants liquidity again, it has to move towards the downside. I don't know if it's going to move up to this zone at least, but maybe at least for a liquidity purpose it can come up to this zone. So my idea was to trail the stop loss to cost by the time market comes here. This is one last attempt for today I'll do on the bearish side. Even in this fails, I'll take 30 minutes break. Later I'll be looking at buy on dip if the market price action favors. So these are some of the points which I took into consideration before taking the entry. But I expected market to correct very quickly. I did not expect it to stay in this range for longer duration. It should have corrected quickly. Even now, I will not say this is a correction because it's still within a range itself. As of now, what has happened, we have just come back to cost situation. That's it. Both the things is possible. Stop loss is as per just 130 points, which is very low. For that, around 350 points is kind of decent. 1:2. That's the only reason I have taken this setup. Okay, it is at the resistance. Hopefully this doesn't break S&P 500. This market though, today nothing interesting in other index also. Got a bit bored. Ethereum. Again, it has come here. Now it's coming near the entry zone. So if you wish to enter, you can enter. Okay. Stop loss not more than this candle. Okay. This candle or this candle you can place. If this candle close, if you're entering after this candle close, then below that candle also you place the stop loss, no problem. Okay. Here I will not be placing any order at this point of time. Without directly breaking, it's holding on to this range for a lot of time. So this setup has become a bit 50-50. Where else also? All right, my stop loss is taken. So 2 times market has proved my view is wrong today. So I will not overtrade. I will wait for another 30-40 minutes. Then if I'm having that mindset, if price action setup is visible, then I will update in the community group. Okay. If you guys are interested to join, you can open account with Delta Exchange and send a WhatsApp message to the number what you're seeing on the screen. We will add you to the group. Okay. As of now, should we be taking a bullish trade? Things like that. To answer that, for me, like, as long as I have too much conviction, I go about that. The conviction, if you just want to enter, you can do that. because breakout many people also will consider to enter. If you want to do that, reduce the stop loss, okay, enter at this candle, place stop loss at this candle, and look for 1 is to this zone. Okay, so this is the setup, those who are interested to take a bullish trade. All right, so this is the previous resistance, stop loss is here. If market once the next candle breaks the low of this candle or next breaks the low of this candle, you start considering your exit plan. Okay, now you see, I'll place this order, and now I cannot place stop loss here. My stop loss has to be very small. How much I can consider this zone? Maximum. This will be the stop loss. This target, whatever it is there, I'll just let it run as it is. Market was not able to break the previous low, so I took the trade. That's it. Okay, nothing apart from that. This is the target what I have given, but next target is up to this zone. Okay, so this is target 1, this is target 2. I have placed the order already. My stop loss is a bit lower. If my stop loss hits, fine. This will be the target 1, this will be the target 2. Okay, so if you are interested, you can, if you have entered, fine, good. Even I have taken this entry, in case this hits the stop loss, that's it. I'll just copy this price and paste it. So you can see this is the target level, stop loss is a bit lower here, and this is the target. All right, so this is the setup. If you guys want to enter, because I don't want to be a person who says you want to enter, you enter, I will go. That I don't want to do. If I'm suggesting a setup for you, even I have to be taking that trade. I stick to that principle. So if I book the loss here, even along with you guys, I will book. Okay, breakout setup has happened. Ethereum, you see, it has given entry. Like I said, who's entered, get your stop loss here. Don't keep too much stop loss. This below this candle, if market goes, just think about closing the trade. Okay, so this setup as of now, whatever it is, you guys know the risk or reward, whatever it is. All right, thank you so much for participating in the live stream. I've taken the trade. Whatever it is, you will get to know the status. All right, traders, thank you so much for participating the live stream. This will be the target 1, this will be the target 2, or I will give the stop loss and close for the day. Okay, that's going to be the plan. All right, good night, take care traders, bye bye.